What's going on, guys? It's been a while, but I'm back again to give you a little bit of news and what I thought of WrestleMania. So before I start, I want to thank everybody for getting me to 100 subscribers. I'm currently at 116 right now, and I couldn't have done it without all your guys' support and commenting, rating, and really getting me out there. So let's just keep it going. Next goal is 200, and we'll take it from there. So a big thanks to everybody who's been there from the day I had one subscriber to the 116th subscriber. So thank you. So first thing I guess we can start off with is WrestleMania was this past Sunday. I watched it at Legend Killer 410's house. If you guys haven't seen the our video with the one we made like about 10 minutes after Mania, check that out for sure. What I thought of it, I'm not going to go too much into detail because, it was on Sunday and everyone has talked about it and the opinions everyone has are very alike. So in the description box, I have my match by match rating kind of thing. So just check that out. And overall, I like last year's better for many reasons. I'm not going to go too much into detail about it, but the overall feel of WrestleMania, I thought last year was more of a spectacle than this year. And even the overall matches, like the Divas match compared to the Divas match from last year and this year, you really saw the importance of it. Even though that WrestleMania 25 was to crown Miss WrestleMania, I just feel that last year's was more of higher importance, if that makes sense. And Ric Flair versus Shawn Michaels, of course, is one of my favorite matches, but I have to say that Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels was one of the best matches I've seen in a long time. So of course that's better than, from last year. But just overall, I liked last year's better than this year. And the main event, I think, was what spoiled it for me the most. Randy Orton got built up as such a high level, and I thought he was going to be the next WWE champion, but just the ending really just boggled my mind. Just the sledgehammer and then the punches and the pedigree, and it was 1, 2, 3. Not even one kick out of the pedigree. It was kind of made you think what WWE's thinking with Orton. They have him built up and they make him seem so dominant, and then they have him just lay down for one pedigree. Just doesn't make sense to me, at least. Of course, I know you Triple H fans are all happy, but I thought it would have made sense for Orton to win and kind of signify his career as being the next top heel in the company, much like Triple H was, WrestleMania 19, WrestleMania 20, around there. So that's WrestleMania. Next is the day after WrestleMania, Monday Night Raw, where Batista returned. I did not get to see all of Raw because I was working late, but I came home, I watched the highlights, and I saw Batista return. Very unexpected, especially when everyone was saying he was going to come back in about SummerSlam, I think it was. Yeah. He doesn't look any, he looks the same as he was before. See, you could tell he's really pumped to come back. I just like the charisma just going right out of him. It was good to see him back. I like Batista. He's a good at the time he was one of my favorite wrestlers, but it was kind of, I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking, but I like Batista. He's one of on my top 10. Just say that. So I think Backlash you're gonna have that 6-man tag match, which I don't know. I don't get that either. Should have just had a rematch from WrestleMania and. Maybe have an interference with the McMahons instead of actually putting them in the match. And just feel like it makes more sense. It's like, seeing them do that, it's almost like they're going the same road as TNA when they have like AJ Styles, Kurt Angle, and all those guys all put in a match and you got the world title on the line. It doesn't make sense, and I think it's a stupid idea. The overall match concept, but WWE could work it out. I know for the past couple of years, Backlash has been actually a pretty good show, so this WWE could pull it out of the hat, but I guess we gotta wait and see what's on the card in the further weeks. And last is WrestleMania 26, so now we're jumping a year ahead. The Rock was interviewed in for one of the movies, Race to Witch Mountain, or no, not that one, the one with the taxi. I don't know what it's called, but he's in a new movie where he's a taxi driver, and he was asked questions like who would you like to have in a taxi? And he said Jesus, and started joking around about that. And then the reporter asked him if he would ever get in the ring again. And The Rock said not likely. He retired quietly about 5 years ago. and he has no intentions of coming back at all. And then he was asked about John Cena and how that Cena challenged him to a match at WrestleMania 26. And this is Rock's exact reaction. Like, I'll talk as if I were The Rock. So he get asked the question, he's like, "Oh, he said that, eh?" And then he starts laughing. He's like, "Oh yeah, he's funny. It's a funny guy. John Cena's a funny guy." And he just walked away. I don't know what the hell to say. Like, The Rock, he just kind of going the same route as Hulk Hogan. He just took whatever he needed from the WWE fans and he just left them high and dry, which I don't think is right. And the fact that this is gonna hold, well, I'm not turning on The Rock, but it's kind of lost my respect for him when he does that. He like totally just lets, like, you know, how do I say this? He kind of just like makes Cena look like an idiot by saying, "Oh, he said that," and starts laughing and walks away from the interview. It just shows that The Rock cares more about his fans now and then the fans that made him into the person he is now. So whatever, people will do what they got to do to get to the top, right? And Hulk Hogan's no exception to that. And it seems like the only guys who are going to be staying around are, you know, Austin, Cena, who actually care for the fans and not for stuff outside the ring. And let's see what time I got left. Oh, I got lots of time. Now what am I going to talk about for 3 minutes? That's all I have left. I can show you. Oh yeah, let's show you this. This I got online. It's a test autograph. I think Legend Killer 410 got one too. We ordered it together. If I were you guys, it's only $5.99 I think on ringsidecollectibles.com. It's of course good to have, especially for the fact that when a wrestler dies, they take all the merchandise of the wrestler off the website. So I got this I think 2 days after he died, and I don't know if it's still on there now, but if it is, it's definitely worth the $5.99. And I'm sure you guys in the States will get it cheaper than I did here in Canada, paying $12 shipping and handling, so pick that up if you guys can. What else? I think that's it. The draft is next week, yeah. I think me and Legend Killer were supposed to do a video. I don't know what happened to that. But I think we'll try. We'll see what happens. And am I looking forward to the draft? Yeah, I heard there's going to be at least 30 guys getting switched around. 10 on each, 10 guys on each show. But it doesn't make sense to me because everyone always, you know, goes from one show to the other. You know, Triple H is on SmackDown, then he's on Raw. Same with yeah, I guess that's the only guy. But they're in even the mid Carter guys like John Morrison, Miz, Carlito, and Primo. The Intercontinental Champion, Rey Mysterio. JBL did that. He's on SmackDown, then he was on Raw. Kofi Kingston does it a lot. CM Punk, you know, switches shows. He even goes on ECW sometimes. So even Evan Bourne, he's on all the shows as well. Just I think they should make. Well, I don't know. I just think the drafts is more just for a rating thing. The whole 3-hour spectacle, and it's obviously going to get good ratings. And there's going to be a shocker. You know, maybe Batista going back to SmackDown. So before I run out of time, I'm just going to cut it off there because I really got nothing else to talk about. I think I'll see you guys probably Monday next week. I'll probably make a video, Monday or Tuesday. So that's all for now, and take it easy. Peace.